Welcome to another episode of This Goose is Cooked, where we review books intended for our future generations. Today's book, Maisy Goes to the Hospital, a Maisy First Experience book by Lucy Cousins, published by Candlewick Press. Where the hell is Maisy's family? Maisy Goes to the Hospital is about exactly that. Maisy gets hurt and goes to the hospital. People visit her and she leaves. The story peaks only a few pages in. The pictures weren't well done at all. They were flat and drawn in 2D. The author's writing was long and drawn out. I thought the hospital visit would never end. Let's dive in, shall we? The book begins on Maisy bouncing on a trampoline, while her crocodile friend is watching. In what world is a crocodile friends with a mouse? Apparently this one. The author states, "Oh no! Maisy fell. She hurt her leg." End quote. I could have predicted that one. Trampolines are America's most dangerous toy. I doubt she lives in America, but still. In my studies on trampolines, multiple sources reported that 93% of fractures in children under the age of 16 are related to trampolines. Spoiler alert, this is the most exciting part of the book. Maisy and her crocodile friend named Charlie decide to take a taxi to the hospital. Where the hell is her family? Is she trying to hide her injury from them? The author then states, Maisy had never been to a hospital before. End quote. I bet she has, unless her mother was one of those dumbass hippie mothers who gave birth in a bathtub while her husband strummed a guitar next to her, doing absolutely nothing to help. But I doubt it. The author then decides to do away with realism and skip the 2-hour-long wait in the waiting room, and she jumps straight to the doctor telling Maisy she needs an x-ray. And of course she broke her leg. They put a cast on her and make her stay the night at the hospital. The nurse named Nurse Comfort sets Maisy up for the night. If my nurse's name was Nurse Comfort, I'm running the other way on a broken leg. If she has to label herself as Comfort, odds are she's the exact opposite of that. She's the kind of nurse that would slip you the wrong drugs. Maisy feels strange at the hospital, and she claims to miss her friends. Who the hell gives a shit about your friends? Why the hell don't you miss your family? Does she not have one? Or is she a little shit who takes her family for granted? It seems strange not to mention her family once in the entire book. Anyway, Maisy meets an ass in the bed across from her, named Dottie. You never figure out what Dottie is in for. Does she have a highly contagious disease? Because it ends up that the two of them trade toys with one another. Their friends stop by the next day and give them presents. Then Dr. Duck comes in and tells Maisy she can go after she learns how to use the crutches. But no jumping on the trampoline. Duh, you think? And the story ends on Charlie coming to pick Maisy up from the hospital, and they wave goodbye to the ass, Dottie. You never figure out if Dottie makes it. It's also strange, Maisy is a kid, just taking a taxi back and forth from the hospital. No parents in sight. I've heard Maisy has a bit of a cult following, and even has her own show. I don't get it, because this book was way too long. All Maisy cares about is her friends. And the author could have cut out the whole part about her meeting the ass. It wasn't needed. I also believe the story mirrors the book Madeline, but does it in a much less impressive way. While I do agree with the premise that we need to get people more comfortable with the hospital, the pictures and writing were underwhelming. So on a scale from 1 to 5, I'm going to give this book a 2.6. I'll have a taste, and push it around a little, and go back for another bite. This goose is cooked. Join us next time for another in-depth book review.